Are doing well, in positive energy and attracting the life you desire, because it's your birthright. Okay, coming through with another message for you guys, so take it how it resonates in your life. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and don't forget, if you love the video, to leave your girl and your boy some hearts. Okay, all praise to the Most High God, and ashe to the ancestors.
Indeed. I want to wish everybody a wonderful afternoon. I pray everyone is in good spirits and with good spirits. I've been a little sluggish, right? I guess it's this little flu that keep coming and going. I don't really know what it is, right?
Yeah.
But I got the strength to go right now, so that's what we're going to do.
Go time.
It's go time. All right, so we just going to do a little 3-card spread. I got some downloads wrote down. Well, maybe I should get to them.
Yeah, I think you should.
All right.
I think you should get to those. They're pretty good. Might be something in there for you.
Sometimes I guess I dread these because sometimes I go back and listen and be like, damn, I was talking to me. You know?
Me too.
But Spirit says, start somewhere and have the ear to hear beyond the voices that shape you or shape you. And it sounds easy, but it's kind of hard because sometimes the voices that shape you, they be the people that you got respect for. Sometimes they mothers, sometimes they elders, sometimes they fathers, sometimes they ministers, sometimes they Babalawus, sometimes they Mawanganzas, sometimes they just people that hold spiritual authority over our lives for as long as we've been here. So God says, hear a voice above theirs. Only voice above theirs is the Most High. And then it's crazy because in the Bible it says that, the voice of God should sound like the voice of your instructors, but it doesn't say that the voice of God is your instructors, right? And that's the thing about it. Like, a lot of people that trained us and raised us up, they meant well, and they did a great job at what they done. They gave us everything that we needed to be at the level we was on. So I feel like it's not a disrespectful energy, and it's not a resistant energy either that I'm in when I give this download. It's just that God wants us to really start hearing what he's saying to us from inside out, because it's a whole different message when you start connecting, right? And then also, when you truly find yourself connected to something that you feel is the truth and it resonates, then it opens up a door for you to explore other things and hear what other people have to say, because you got a strong foundation. And that's what's being tested. Also, your foundation, a lot of us, it's just being tested. It's not even so much that somebody's attacking you. Maybe you are being attacked, but maybe you're not. It's just the overall energy of your foundation. It has to be tested. For the things that's going on spiritually, your foundation, it has to be shaken so that you can embrace God where God is at, what God is doing. You can really hear the message. I listen to a fair amount of malarkey on the internet myself, and the one thing I can say about it is that a lot of people hold sway over a lot of people because a lot of people never investigated anything. Real rap. Like, a lot of people, they don't, and this is why I try to cling to the truth of the matter, because I know that I'm dealing with even a lot of y'all. Some of y'all, you unlearned. You really didn't read a lot, so, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's also a vulnerable place where we all gotta be in. It's just you didn't know everything you supposed to have been taught. But in that, you can't just sift through anything and receive any and everything. You gotta resonate with some type of truth as a foundation, and then you can explore. If you just exploring, you're never gonna find out what truthfully resonate with you. You're gonna be drawn here, you're gonna be pulled there. You're gonna be hearing this one, you're gonna think money is God, right? I see so many people doing that right now. They place who they are and their persona, they hinge it upon money and what the things that money can buy. But what happens when money holds no value? We all headed there, right? We got an economy changer at the helm right now. Our president is a person that can diversify the economy anytime. The dollar is never stable underneath of somebody like him, and that's real. That's not an attack, it's reality. We live in the most unstable dollar of all time right now. So how could you put your faith? You could wake up one day, machines could crash, and you could be out of your digital currency like that. What holds value? So back to the download, Spirit says, start somewhere and have an ear to hear beyond the voices that shape you. Number 2. The strength to question your elders with grace and integrity is needed. The strength to question your elders with grace and integrity is needed. Because somebody, maybe you think that you can just move away from a faith that you was a part of. Maybe you can think that you can just move away from it, right? But my thing is this, because I've been through the sides of the spectrum, so I feel this download. have you, before you separate yourself from something that you may be a part of, ask yourself, did you ask the proper questions that allowed you to dismiss yourself? Because see, you don't really, sometimes we try to move, but when you don't really have the authority to move unless, and first of all, unless God give it. And when God is talking to you, it's because you're supposed to ask a question, right? It's not, it don't mean stay in a confused place for years on end. If God is talking and is going against what you taught, it's time to question. You have to question your elders with grace and respect, right? If you got questions that they can't answer, it could be time for you to move on, right? But you got to allow that decision to be made by a higher power. You will feel it and you will know it, right, when it's your time. But before you get into the energy of that for somebody, ask God to allow you to develop the strength to question them with grace and integrity. Is a way that you question people who above you spiritually. You don't just rush in. You ask them questions and you give them time to provide answers, right? God holds the greater accountability. If God lay it on my heart to question anybody, I'm going to ask the question. Why? Because I know the voice of God. Amidst all my chaos in my life, I understand the voice of the Most High. I done sat with it for a little while now. I have a little age on me, right? So along with age comes a certain amount of wisdom. And once you get that voice, and you can recognize that voice, and you can allow that voice to speak to you, right? It will always bring you to a place where you have to question certain things that wasn't meant to be there. But it doesn't give you the authority to be rambunctious and rebellious and do none of that, right? Of course, you may be angry. I know I was angered in a lot of ways, but I was also made sure I was justified. You know why? Because I asked the questions that had no answers, and I asked them long time ago. So it's been more than enough time to where as though God is like, move on to your purpose and your calling. Because your purpose and your calling, a lot of times, thank you, Spirit, it's definitely going to end up away from where you was groomed at. Like, God doesn't groom you in a place for you to sit there. If God has groomed you and had you in a place and shaped you and molded you, perhaps it's for you to move on to the next place, right? Last one, and this is, this right here is strong. You have to have the heart to step into hidden areas of self.
Yeah.
It takes heart. It's not easy. Once you start realizing that it's things about yourself that you don't know, and God could be pulling you into a greater understanding of you so you can get a greater understanding of Him, and it's not easy because you be resistant. I know I was. Like, it's
too.
like, what? You telling me, like, you know? And God like, yeah, like, I need you to develop an understanding for the mission that I got you on. So, yeah, I'm calling you up here. And it's like, it's a place I've never been before. But yeah, and still is an area of myself. It's like rooms. You know, we all got rooms inside of ourselves that we just never opened the door and went in. And then God is calling you to that hidden area. It takes heart to step into it.
That's real.
And thank you, Spirit. Sometimes you got to move the people out the way that's blocking the door. It's some people that block you from going to deeper levels of yourself. And God says even you got to move them, some of that. And that's not always easy. Because again, that could be an elder or a loved one that you have to move out the way. You have to ignore their opinion and everything. Because their opinion is what's blocking you and holding you in place.
Right.
But sometimes you got to keep them out of your process. Like,
That's true, because people can't see our vision. That's what I was speaking about yesterday. You know, people can't see the vision that God gave to us. So because they can't see it, and because we perceive things differently, you know, sometimes you just have to follow exactly what God is telling you to do in order to get, you know, to the next level.
yeah, no doubt. So we'll lay 3 of them out. notes.
Butterfly. Rebirth. Okay? You can reinvent yourself. Open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Okay? You have the elk showing up for you. Nobility. Okay? Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. Okay? And then the last card I have for you is the owl. Magic. Okay? Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let your past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. The butterfly, the elk, and the owl are showing up for you.
I got the blue jay. A lot of people probably saying blue jays around about this time, right? Heavy on the intuition with the blue jay. The blue jay is a sign of intuition. You are encouraged to follow your feelings and intuitions. This is a reminder that your personal power is in your own hands and that you are free to take flight at any time if you find yourself in a situation that doesn't suit you anymore. So God is giving somebody permission to fly.
Free.
To free yourself, right? And it goes along with what I was saying when it says, this is a reminder that your personal power is in your own hands. That's them rooms inside of self again. Like, there's a greater you in there. Got to tap into it. Then I got the jaguar, growth. Maturity is the ability to embrace change, and change cannot happen without death. This death does not necessarily mean physical death, but could be the ending of a relationship, a situation, or simply your decision to not continue with the same old habits. So I'm really feeling like a transitional kind of energy. And the last one is the hummingbird, lightness. So it's a transition into lightness. And I feel like maybe somebody is leaving something behind, or has left something behind, or is about to leave something behind. It could be a state of mind, it could be a person, it could be a place, but somebody's intuition is leading them that. It could be a person, it could be a place, but somebody's intuition is leading them that way. Do your dreams with determination. By doing this, you will make them a reality. Joy is not just around the corner, but you have to believe that it is possible to manifest your visions. Stop waiting and doubting. Definitely transition kind of energy. So moving away from something that was preventing you growth is what I see, right? Strong intuition, and maybe you get strong intuitions about it. Maybe you connected to somebody and maybe you can't find a level of happiness. Maybe it's nothing to strive for. Maybe it's a place. Because, you know, it's kind of hard in this energy right here, because it's like somebody's being called to do something else, or and maybe your feelings don't agree with it, is what I feel. Your feelings don't agree with, you know, it's like mind versus heart, head versus heart in this energy. But the move toward ascension and your lightness in this, I'm gonna have to say, it's in your head energy and not your heart. Like, somebody, you gotta put your head over your heart. Right? That's what it is. It's gonna lead to growth.
Rebirth.
It's something that I went through, so I know how uncomfortable it is. I know how it feels, trust me, right? I know what's best for somebody in this energy though. For your health, for your sanity, right? For your health and for your sanity. I know what's best in this energy. Because what you working with is not working with you. It's not working with you, it's working against you. And if it's pulling you into low vibrations, right? Not because this is not being connected to something that's making you better, and it doesn't feel good. This is being connected to something that's not good for you, and it doesn't make you feel good.
Like when the energy being drained out and you sucked down and you right?
And it feels that way. You know, it's crazy. Thank you, Spirit. Even when you in the right situation, it feels that way, but it's working for your good. Because it does. When you got something that God gave you, right, it's no easier to deal with than something that the devil gave you. It's just that one is working for your better, and one is working for your work. And
That's
they
brilliant.
both going to yield the results because the feeling is going to be the same. If you're looking for a different feeling, you don't understand spirituality.
That's very brilliant.
Because the right side of spirituality is as draining as the left side, honestly. It's taxing.
It's just the reward that you want. Wow.
But your energetic perspective, right, it will shift. Those around you know what's making you stronger or weaker. Whether, and you got those that's going to be haters, and they always going to try to, you know, some people just going to try to make your situation the worst situation no matter what, because that makes them feel like their situation is better. And in order for them to feel secure, they have to feel like their situation is better. Don't understand the mechanics of spirituality. Therefore, a lot of people won't understand how your life works. But you got to let that be there. Your energy is your energy, and that speaks for itself. Like the birds say, energy don't lie. Like, you know, a person can say anything they want about you, right? But your energy, it will, like, let's just say you got a big energy, right? And let's just say it's a room of 10 people, right? And let's just say 8 of those people stand against you. Well, when your energy big, it's gonna be a ram in the bush. It's gonna be 2 people in that 10 that be like, oh nah, that's the resistance, right? That's it kind of reminds me, I ain't gonna lie, it reminds me of Elijah and Jezebel, right? It does, because Jezebel came to Israel, right? Jezebel came to Israel, and she turned the whole face of Israel around to suit her. She wanted everything that had but Elijah was this one voice in the wind that was like, nah, not gonna happen.
She ain't like that.
The Most High is not with you, right? Elijah told her, like, look, the dogs is really gonna eat your face off though. Like, and she was so mad about that. But when Jehu rode in that day, one thing I can say about Jezebel though, I'm gonna say this about her, right? When it was her time for all the dirt that she did, she dressed herself up in the mirror, and she stood and she embraced her time.
Her fate.
She knew what it was. When Jehu rode in, cause the ones that do the divinations, back then they had big respect. They the ones who told her. Well, Elijah divined it. Elijah said, you know what? As a matter of fact, the dog's gonna eat your face off. That's what's gonna happen to you, right? Jezebel didn't want to hear that. She was like, what? Man, get him and bring him so we can send him off. It didn't happen. It never happened. It came to pass, right? And I don't know, how I got all the way over there. But nevertheless,
That was the energy, look.
Sometimes I just get in there and I just go where Spirit is leading me to go, right? But somebody, your ascension into lightness, right? Or things of lightness or powers, that's going to sustain you, right? Because a lot of people don't know what lightness is. They think lightness is Holy Ghost filled, and there's nothing wrong with that. But lightness is when your light becomes full of the things that's going to get you there, right? You want to be rich? Well, lightness is The thank you. The bear is riding with. So
He
lightness.
like your message.
Like.
He
Okay,
like your
sir.
message.
All right. All right then. Okay. So lightness is the energy of things in your life that's going to sustain you. That's going to give you the energy that you need, right? Lightness don't always show up as a reflection that people think it is, and thank you. And lightness has nothing to do with the things that money. Just because you go get an all-white Louis V suit, right, and come out and take a few pictures, that doesn't make you light. That makes you get likes. That makes people resonate and be like, oh, that person's so clean and light, right? But one thing about it, lightness is a truth bearer. So it comes in many different forms, most often not understood. Like things of lightness, they rarely understood until God began to show us, like, you know, God could be showing you stop eating that and eat that. That can be lightness. And you could never really understand in the cheeseburger darkness. Cause I didn't. I used to love me a cheese. I eat 3 cheeseburgers with bacon in the middle of them, with cheese all on it, right? And then I got around her.
I used to love a bacon cheeseburger.
And she used to be like, we'd eat. I eat the cheeseburger, and then I'd be like, and then it was like, well, we was trading information. You know, I was like, you know, nigga, think about this like that, and then she like, yeah, you know, you can eat this instead of that, and I was like, yeah, I know, you know, and then next thing you know, I got out of the cheeseburger darkness, right? For me, it was darkness because it was killing my health. The way I would eat steak and cheeseburgers out now, I don't eat meat, right? So to me, that's the equivalent of attaining a certain amount of lightness that's going to sustain me. I felt my body change. No, I do have vices that I deal with, trust me, but I'm walking them down too.
Yeah.
You know, so it won't be.
You heard me.
After, you know, and then it's about looking back and being like, look at how much stuff you closed the doors on.
You heard me.
That's ascending into lightness. So somebody's it's hinged upon
Yes, sir.
letting go. Letting go. Yep.
I love that, you know, a rebirth, a true rebirth. Like, you know, when you are really just able to give yourself a second chance, because, you know, you can feel God just giving you everything back you thought you lost, right? So it's like, you know, it's your due diligence to do the right things, right? That's the energy I'm feeling, you know? Good choices, you know? Using your intuition, discernment. Because sometimes, you know, you ever been in the energy of like, it's not that you weren't aware of something that was going on, you just ignored it, right? So I feel like now, you know, everyone's paying attention. You know, it's like these things can't go on, and I can't know these things and keep going on like this, you know, like I don't know or I'm not aware of what's happening, right? Accountability big time.
Yeah.
I love it.
Posing the questions. Right as she said that, look what I had.
What's that?
The hawk and spirituality. Right.
Okay. Magic, yep.
I got passion, spirituality, and guidance. And I feel like it's a beautiful energy, because I feel like when you become passionate about your spirituality, right, it leads you to so much guidance. That's when God tuck you in. The ancestors tuck you in. You know, you be gone, man. You be off the grid.
You heard me.
You be literally off the grid somewhere. Like your energy be off the grid. When you find that passion about your spirituality, you go through that process where people feel you disconnect. Because spirit is sublimating you, right? The sublimation of spirit. The dragon is a reminder of your strong will and fiery personality. It is also a symbol of passion and fire. You are being asked to practice self-control and be cautious so that your passion does not lead you into trouble.
I like that.
Footnote.
You were talking about that. I think you were talking about to one of the kids or something like that. Having a fiery passion. I like that. I feel like with passion, spirituality, and guidance too, there could be someone, and you could be like really, you could be really passionate about what you're doing in your spiritual community. Like you could be, really passionate about the guidance that you're providing, and that's good. I see somebody that that has integrity, spiritual integrity with the things that they do. With the guidance they provide, that's good energy.
And it says on a guidance card, wow, it said it's time to release your passions, live in your dream, and begin a new chapter in your life. You are encouraged to expand your awareness, eliminate fears, and become a whole new person. You are guided and protected. So even here, you being called to, it's like, I feel like somebody's being called from one passion to another passion. Like, maybe you was passionate about low vibrational things, and now you finding a greater passion. Like that movie, like The Passion of Christ.
You heard
like
me.
That passion was about the passion of love, like the passion of endurance and sacrifice. The passion that comes with the proximity of the divine in your life, getting closer to God, right? It's passionate. It really make you forget about what people saying and doing and how they feeling and all of that, right? God just, and it replaces like, I know this feeling. That's somebody being called to. I think me and her can say we've been through this transition. Like,
for sure.
I was passionate about low vibrational things,
Replaced
people,
it.
and energies.
Yep.
I was very passionate about it.
Same here.
Right? Even when it was time to be manipulative, I was very passionate at manipulation, right? Of energies. And now God replaced that same passion with an eagerness, not to manipulate the energy, but to hold authority over the energy with truth.
Right.
As long as I can speak truth, I don't have to manipulate. It's going to work, right?
That's so real.
Truth and manipulation, truth is an authority over that kind of stuff. So I don't have to be now. When I feel like somebody is doing that, I can peep them like, oh, they geeking, like they really trying to. They passionate about what they say. Remember when the Caucasian guy caught Billy Carson and his loop, and he was like, okay, Billy, he's cooking now, right?
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Hey yo, now listen, what I'm saying is like, allow your passion to be replaced by something else, like passion to passion, right?
That's real. Letting go of bad habits and doing things that are high vibrational, sitting out in the sun, letting go of things. That's good energy. I've been trying to do that myself.
Yeah, I be saying she spent a lot of outside time. This a woman right here that go get with her ancestors, period. When something is wrong, she'll go pray to God, right? You catch her stoop down praying. Then you look up, you catch her sitting outside, thinking, looking, see, okay.
Coming up with the master plan.
That's what and that's the type of, that's real. Because if you ain't doing that,
man, because you gotta have a balance, man. I'm trying to tell you.
If you ain't making room for them to speak to you the right way, you just be trapped in your own mechanics, right? You be missing God's blessing all the way around, right? There's so many ways that God bless the ones that He favor, right? It's so many different ways that you bless. And it's like so many different ways that the enemy try to convince you that you're not.
Mm-hmm. That's real.
That's why you gotta keep people out your process.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and then it's funny, you know, one thing about the procession of the righteous, I'll say, the process of, you know, just getting closer, being your better self, it begins to offend so many people. But when them people really offended, it be because when you look at them, they can't move nothing in their life. They be in life like, ain't nothing I can do but just be in life. So when they see you moving things around, it's because as above, so below. See, like a lot of times, I'll speak for myself, I deal with the energy of people who, they be like, I could see the work you put in spiritually is going to bring him something. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. I don't want that to happen for him. Right? I know it's gonna happen, but I don't want that to happen. So what I'm gonna do, and then when you look at them, it's like, why? It's because in their life they have given up hope of moving anything around. Everything is just fine, right? Or so many people thought. Because see, your life is designed to show people the box you live in. First of all, that wasn't the end all be all, right? I'm gonna show you. That's what our lives be consisted of. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna show you what the Spirit of the Most High do. I'm gonna show you what the power of God do. I'm gonna show you what the ancestors do. I'm gonna show you. And when you begin to show people, it reaches them on a subterranean level, spiritually, way before it reaches them on the upper level. It reaches, they sit in a room at night and be like, hold on, I don't like it. I remind me of that movie, The Belly. Remember Belly? Whoever seen Belly? When dude had the banana, he was like, I don't like that. I don't like it. No, I don't like it. I just don't like it.
I just don't like it.
I don't like it, right? And that be the energy that people be having towards your movement, right? They may not want to admit it, but they be with the banana on the movie Belly, sitting up there in their spirit like, I know they doing good. I know they reaching for their higher self, but secretly, I just don't like it.
I just don't like it.
So I'm going to put out an energy, right? Yeah, I feel that. Fly above and beyond your day-to-day thoughts to observe them from a bird's eye view. Quieting the wind and detaching from your thought patterns put you in a better position to take in messages from your spirit guides. Word. He just was saying that. Word. Like,
there it is.
Boom. There it is.
There it is.
You gotta detach. Like I was speaking about this woman detaching from, I see her detach from reality. I do it a lot myself, but I get to witness her do it. And that's how I confirm, like, to myself, like, you know, everything is real in the spirit, right? Because it's like, I see her be over here or somewhere and be like, and might have a pen and be like,
get my downloads. And
then they'll come back and be like, this what I got. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Look, I was right about what I was saying, right? It be that, then sometimes it'd be like, well, I was wrong. You know, I was wrong. But it's respectable because I know she done went down somewhere and sat down with an authority. She done sat with some power and came back, and now it makes sense because
that's real.
When you got God in the middle, two people can go in two different rooms, God can deal with them both, they can come back, right?
That's so real.
And then it can be respected of who was right and wrong because why? God determined somebody need to chill and somebody okay, right?
I love that for us.
It be like that, like. And sometimes I be somewhere, I done told her I might go deep into the nature and be like, look, y'all need to get her. I light some incense or something, and I make my prayers to God, and then I have a conversation with her people like, look, y'all need to get her, right? And it be a literal dialogue.
That's how it go down.
It's so real. Like, that's why it's important to establish, you know, connection to your higher self, to the energies around you. Like it said, it says right here. It says, And detaching from your thought patterns put you in a better position to take in messages from your spirit guides.
Okay.
Going against conventional areas of thought. Right now we talking about going out in nature, sitting down and speaking to spirit guides. That's not conventional thought. You know, that's somebody on the other end of this talking about, man, they crazy, right? Somebody, right? But nevertheless, it's very real. You know why? Because it shows up in real life as a silent energy. We done moved and fought many spiritual battles and can move it around, right? When kids come in the house and they've been outside running around and they've been in little demonic areas, learn how to shake them demons down to the floor when they come in. Shake them straight down, right? In agreement, a level of agreement, oh, that's not going to exist in here. That's not going to be in here, right? That's what, you know.
So real. Okay.
Spirituality.
I like that.
Yes. I feel like this was a fast message, and time is like, really, is that? Time is moving awkward.
It is moving awkward,
It's
isn't
moving
it?
awkward.
Yeah, I would say awkward is the right word.
You know what's crazy? When I got up today, I was out here, I was in the yard about 10 a.m., and you know what I noticed?
What?
The moon was over there.
I seen it
and
too.
And the sun was over there.
I seen
at
it too.
10 a.m.
I seen, well, no. I just seen the moon somewhere when we were out here, but I don't see it anymore. I haven't seen the sun. Well, the sun is right here, but the moon was over there, and it was like a cloud, like a
it was like in a cloud. I was like, when do the moon sit in the sky at 10 a.m.?
I definitely seen it. Maybe that's when I seen it too. I didn't say anything too. I just kept looking at it like.
Cause I was looking like.
I think it's when we were on live, and I kept looking up like.
I'm like, so is the day moving awkward?
It is definitely moving.
Because I'm like, when does the moon and the sun be in the sky? And it wasn't like, it was like I could literally look up and see the moon and the sun. Right at like it was like 10 or a little after 10 a.m.
I definitely seen that.
Wow.
Okay, magic.
Abracadabra. Open-mindedness with the zebra. And you know, I know we speaking about a lot of things that require our open mind today. Period. You know, it was a lot of things said. So
I used to love zebra skin. I remember I went to the Mary J. Blige concert and I had on this zebra halter top and some capri pants. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was in there like, real love.
I'm searching for real love.
I was zebraed out, boy.
You know, the old in my life, I used to see my the old divine feminines, my grandmother and all them. They used to have on the
cheetah.
The zebra too, and the cheetah. Oh. All the cat prints.
My sister liked cheetah. I used to like zebra. My other sister liked zebra too. You couldn't tell me nothing to go on a Mary J. Blige concert.
Gone now.
Young as I don't know what. Girl looking crazy. I probably had on a drawstring ponytail or something. I was goofy.
I think the zebra print is one of those things that it come and go, don't it? Like it might.
I love zebra. Like if I was to find something dope that was zebra, I will rock it. They're gonna have to call me old auntie whatever, cause girl, I'm gonna wear it. Okay.
Somebody gonna have the zebra cowboy boots on.
Cause you know boots on the floor.
We wearing them out the city now. This gonna be cowboy boots in the city this summer and all that.
Remember when I was wearing those cowboy boots 2 summers ago and everybody was looking at me like I was crazy. I was wearing them with shorts.
She had a pair of cowboy boots 2 summers ago. We were shooting videos in cowboy boots, right? And she had these cowboy boots, right?
I loved them.
And she used to bit me around them so hard that the back came off. Like, it just popped. Like, it was still on. And she was like, oh, my boots. Right? And I was like, well, you can come.
I was so sad.
First off, I might have said something like, you can get some crazy glue or something. And she was like, so I was like, well, you know, you could take them and get them fixed then, or whatever, right? They can nail them or have them, right? Yeah, that was 2 years ago. So you was ahead of time.
Okay. Everybody was like looking at me like I was crazy.
All right, we talking about Zebra Prince and Cowboy.
All right,
boots,
y'all.
man.
That was your quick little message. All right, we just wanted to come through and show you guys some love, give you some current energy.
That's right.
Okay.
Tap in with you
Thank
guys.
you guys for supporting our channel. We'll catch you guys later on. We elemental beings. We still trying to recover from whatever this is, y'all. I swear it's something. This has been an extended, whatever you call it, cold, whatever. I don't know what it is, but you know, we just been pushing through. So coming through with the little energies.
Play y'all out real quick.
Hey, and that was your live show.
There we go.
Hey, that was your live show. Hey, thank you guys. We love you guys so much. We hope you guys have a great afternoon. We're gonna push through and just keep healing our bodies. Probably have some hot tea or something like that. I don't know. Go. We love y'all.